Oh, yes. Everybody probably always enjoys seeing the back of my head and me seeing me trying to do my hair at the same time. As your introduction to me every live. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, I'm on later tonight. At least I'm here. And, yeah. So, we'll see how it goes tonight. Tonight, I am working on something different. Yeah, I'm hopping all over the place, but so what? Um, I am working with my baby blanket Bernat yarn, and I have to clean my lens. This is really bugging me. I don't know if it helped it much or not, but we'll try. So anyway, I'm working with my blanket yarn tonight. Um, I wanted to go back old school. Hello, Scrawlin. Good morning to you. I'm doing good. How are you? I am late tonight, and last night, as everyone knows, I did not make it. I literally lay down, fell asleep. I was so tired yesterday, and I didn't wake up until 1 a.m. So, I did not do a live last night. So, well, good. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Scrolling. Hey, Lenora. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. So, yeah. And then, well, last night, like I said, I laid down, fell asleep, didn't wake up till 1 o'clock. I was so stinking tired. Even today, it was just like, because it was so gray out, and I was just like, I could not get my bearings this morning either. But yesterday morning, whenever I woke up, I didn't feel that great. My stomach was kind of off and stuff, and I was like, I better not be getting sick. Because, of course, the grandbabies had just been here. And, yeah. But then tonight, I was working on this blanket. Me and Whitney were watching a television show, and it's like, I'll just wait until go on about 10ish. So, I'm like, okay, I'll go on about 10ish. So, I am working on a blanket. Thank you for taking care of that. So, yeah, I finally decided to show up. So, but I have got a lot done today. I was busy today getting stuff done, which was good. It felt good to get some stuff done. Worked a little bit on the craft area downstairs, on my office, studio, whatever you want to call it. Whatever we'll end up calling it, I don't know. My place. And went through some more yarn and stuff. Got yarn pulled out for my granny square project for the cardigan. So I got some more of that pulled out. Got my basket sitting over here, back here behind me, to ready to work on that. So I just got on. I just got on, Chosen. Just got here. You haven't missed much. How far are you on the code, or whatever we are going to call it? What I did that night that we were on, that's how far. That's how far I am. Like I said, I'm not going to work on it whenever I'm not on here. So, but tonight I'm working on a blanket. So I've already got 2 panels of the blanket done. This color, this color. Now I'm working on this color. So yeah, I'm not very far. Just what I got done while we were on the live the other night. I don't even know where my panel is right now. I seriously don't know where I put it. I must have put it, I had to have put it in the bag that's over here because I usually have a bag. That night, I didn't end up getting to bed, and I didn't get to sleep until like almost 3 o'clock that night. And I think that's why I was so, yesterday. It just discombobulated. I tried to lay down and take a nap, and your panel is probably under there. I crochet on my one corner to corner scarf. Awesome, scrolling, still working on that. Yeah, it's here somewhere. It is here somewhere. I just don't know for sure which bag. I'll have to find. I'll have to find it. But yeah, nope. I not worked anymore on it. So see, Lenore, you'll have plenty of time. Plenty of time. What in the world did I do on that one? Did I do it right? No, I did not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, that is not correct. I worked on it all day yesterday, spent at least an hour weaving in ends. Granny square levers are insane. Oh gosh. So how far did you get? Are you just doing granny squares right now is what you're doing? Or did you get the big one done? Only got the big one done and was up till 2 a.m. to accomplish that much. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Well, at least you got the big one done. You're ahead of me. See? You are ahead of me. That doesn't not make me feel better. Well, it should make you feel better. You're ahead of me. I don't know. There's just something about the granny. I don't mind it. And I weave it. I try to like do the best of weaving while I'm crocheting it. So then I don't have all of that to do later. Because then future me does not like me very much if I don't do that. Because I thought maybe you were just whipping out a bunch of little, your little grannies to get them done. Maybe I didn't know. And I do not have enough linen. Oh, I got tons of white. I could do white all day long, and I knew I did because I stocked up on white, you know, to make sure, because like last year, like you said, reminded me, I was running out of white last year. And anyway, I found some different shades of gray that I think I may try to attempt to do that. I have to, because when you finish yours, I know I'll have to force myself to finish, or it will just be sitting there. Oh, you'll get it. You'll do it. You'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. You may end up finishing before I do, Lenora. Yes, I was getting ready to say, you're reading my mind. I was getting ready to say, send me a pic. I want to see what your colors, how you did your colors. I'm going to have to find my panel now because I seriously don't know where I put it. Seriously do not remember. That's all t-shirt stuff. That's cotton. I'll put it in here. Because I have still a few of my scrappy balls left that I could end up using for some of it too. I don't know what I did. Hey, don't shortchange yourself. Okay. Oh. Okay, where? Nope. There we go. Hey, Patty, how are you? Thank you very much for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, that you're fine. Are you having troubles?
Yeah, been having troubles all night.
Oh my God, dang it. Well, here we had just talking, he had been doing great, and I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to come online tonight because of the weather, and he was like, oh, shouldn't mess with you, and now he's having trouble. I don't know what's going on, though. He's not happy, though. I'm not. Ask me how many Granny Square projects I have hidden calling out for me. And remember, I took the one I found straight to the trash. Oh no. Uh, well, it is true, I think. It is one of those patterns that you either love or hate, or have a love-hate relationship with, maybe. I don't know. love granny squares, but I don't like making them. Understand. I understand. Mm-hmm. I'll check it here in a second. It'll take it a minute. It just popped up. I love it. Yours is way more colorful than mine. I like it. Looks nice. You put way more thought into yours. Yeah, I like it. It looks really good. Yeah, no. I only speak English, sorry. Don't understand. Very, very good job. Well, I almost asked if you were kind of going by the pattern, by the picture on, you know, that you had found, because it looked similar. Yeah, I'm just winging it. I'm just kind of using the colors that I like and stuff. And I think, yeah, yours is going to be really pretty too. Nice and colorful. Very pretty. I'm just hoping that the gray is going to look okay with everything. I was trying to kind of match up and trying to grab, you know, my little cakes that I had wound to get them used up first. And then if I didn't have a color that was caked up, then grabbing, you know, the full skein then. So I did change the white edge for black. Yeah. now this is really going to bug me because I don't know where I put that panel. Because I didn't put it with the hamper thing that I brought up that has my yarn in it, because I already put the panel up. I may have put it in the closet over here. Because I have everything cleaned up and put away and organized again, so it's not anywhere else other than possibly the closet. And I don't think it's out here because I looked in my bags out here already. You're better at mixing colors. When I like something like that, I want it like that. Yeah, yeah. There's things that I find that way too, Lenore. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Because the one that's on there is really pretty. But again, I'm like you, not wanting the white, you know. But with the black, if you're going to go with the black as being your, you know, basic, you know, like your main color, I guess, if you want to call it that, accent color, whatever, I think it's going to make the colors pop really good. But I am going to try to do the gray on mine. But if I find I don't like it, then I'm going to go with, I think I do have some off-white kind of cream, but I don't have enough linen, and I don't want to have to buy linen to do it. So I was thinking really that I had more linen, but I don't. You know the exact colors. Should have seen us trying to find colors at least close to it. Oh, yeah. Well, that's sometimes fun, though, to try to do that. I mean, what's something your kids taught you that you didn't teach them? Taught me? Oh, gosh. Well, I know different times Sam has taught me something computer-wise stuff, but to tell you something specific, I cannot. And with Seth, I can't think of anything. Nothing that's just sticking out in my head. Except for each of my kids have taught me resilience, I guess. I guess you could say that a little bit. Sam had, I mean, but I mean, this is things that I said though growing up to him too. You know, it's like, just be happy. You know, why can't you just, you know, just be happy with how God made you and blah blah blah, you know, type thing. And I would try to encourage them with that type of thing. Well, there was one time Sam did that with me. He was like, "Mom, why can't you just be happy with what God has given you, how God has made you, you know, all the things?" And he was right. He was right in the moment. But I remember looking at him and I was just like, well, I'm glad you were listening, Sam, but I'm just not feeling it right now, you know? But, you know, God wants us to be honest with ourselves. You know, He wants us to be honest with Him and ourselves. So, but, so different things like that they have taught me, honestly. You know, Sam is way more patient. He's way more laid back. He is my sounding board. Seth and I can talk, but we're way too much alike and we have the same brain. And so we could be saying the same thing, but he thinks I'm disagreeing with him, even whenever I just agreed with him. And there's probably been times I've maybe done the same thing to him. So sometimes it's this, we're saying things differently and our brains have to catch up with that, you know? So different things like that they have taught me, you know? Hey, Goober. Yes, I would like everybody to answer that. I think it'd be very interesting to hear everybody's take. Yeah, and I think that'll be so pretty, Lenora. I think it really will be. Tuck and roll when you have a bike rack. Oh my gosh. You'll survive the worst one. Hey, that's pretty good, Lenora. Hey, Johnna, I caught your live before bed. Yes, I'm so glad, Goofy. I got on here late tonight, so I've only been on for about a half an hour, maybe. So I didn't even make it last night. I laid down to take a nap, and I didn't wake up until 1 a.m. So you have one like that. It's fun sometimes, isn't it, Lenore? It's interesting. They're not my kids, but the frogs I sing campfire stories to taught me to croak at night. Oh, well, that's nice for hours on end to scare away predators. Well, that's quite an accomplishment, Chosen. Crocheting the mango. I'm happy to run into a crochet. Right now, I'm crocheting a Mabel chicken. Awesome. Awesome, Mango. That's we have a love-hate relationship with the chickens sometimes, chickens forever chickens, but we love the chickens all the same. At least I can still love the chickens. I still love the chickens even though I've made a lot of chickens. But sometimes, you got to take a break on the chickens. And so I've taken a break. But they are adorable. Sometimes I look at her and say, how does that change what I said? Because, like you said, it's the same thing, just said different. Yes! Yes, because there's sometimes Seth will look at me like he's just totally appalled. And I'm like, I just agreed with you. There's sometimes that I will, for word, repeat back what he has even said to point out some things of being even more in agreement, and I don't overdo it. And you would think that I just turned my back on him, shut him out the door, and told him, pack his bags and head out. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting sometimes. And I'll have to say, I just agreed with you. What did you not understand? Where's the disconnect, Maybe you just scold them in the same tone. No, doesn't have anything to do with that. It's very much the wordage. It's not the tone or anything like that. No, it's very much the words. Because he used to be a person that played on words and stuff too sometimes, because he was a stinker. He was my stinker. And so now, he's total opposite now, and he's very truthful, very honest, very upfront, very, but there's a little bit of that still in him where it's like he does catch himself, and then he'll be like, oh, okay, I misunderstood or something like that, sometimes. But other times it takes him a minute. That is one thing. Whenever we've had things like that, we both know if we break away for just a minute, just long enough to get our thoughts back, Because sometimes we go off the rails and then we just don't know where each other are at. And it's happened a few times, and we break away and we come back. And then we're good. It's like, okay, this, we'll each kind of say, okay, this is what I was saying, and and then whatever, agreeing, whatever, then we're good. So and yes, Lenore, you're right, isn't it? Yes, it's a whole different tone. It's a whole different thing. Yeah, you are right. I am working on the mile a minute. I went back 90s for me. In the 90s, I did several of these mile a minute blankets. So I've got 2 panels done so far. I'm working on a third one. And it's just going to be kind of all fall colors put together. Kind of taking colors out of this variegated one and adding some, so. And I'm using the baby blanket by Bernat, the real squishy nice. FYI, sun zone out what their moms are saying if they go past 20 to 30 words. It's not just, it's men in general. It's men in general. They they do it on purpose, and then they want to blame other people for doing that. And it's like, no, you don't blame me for you zoning out and not paying attention. And that's something totally different too. Totally different. Hello, Josiah. Trisha's Yarn Adventures. Well, hello, Trisha from New Zealand. Is marriage hard, or is it different from every couple? For every couple, it's different for every couple, but it's hard. It's yeah, it can be hard, and I have said, my husband already knows this. If I would have to start it, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't do it again. I mean, I don't regret. I don't regret any. And I have my great 2 sons. I have my sons and everything, and don't regret anything. Because we're all on a journey. Everybody's journey is different. Even within a marriage, the 2 people's journeys are different. Yes, you're in the journeys with who you're with, but you have separate journeys. So, yeah, but it's good whenever you can come together as a couple and have some mutual ground, kind of, So, communication. Because when you don't have communication, it makes it even harder. That's my opinion. So, where are you? It's 3:45 p.m. Wednesday afternoon here. Oh, well, Trish, I am in the U.S. in the Midwest. It is 10:45 p.m. Central Time for me. Depends. Some folks deal with being in a relationship with other cultures. Maybe it's finance. Maybe it's being scared of something your spouse isn't for a long time. One thing that annoys me when other people call us knitter instead of crochet, like they'll say, can you knit me something, when they can clearly see I'm crocheting? Yes. But, I just say, oh, well, yes, I'm crocheting, because some people just don't know. They don't. Even people that have seen people and say it, and then other people just say it to annoy people. But there's legit people that just don't know the difference. And so I have to give people grace. I have to give people grace. I was waiting to see what you were going to say. 100% agree. I crochet and knit. I don't do many lives because I get nervous, but I do tutorials and show my beach. Aw. Well, I will have to look up your page. I'm gonna have to write it down. I got my notebook right here again tonight. So Trish, it's Trisha's Yarn Adventures. I will have to look that up. And you know what, Trisha? Whenever I first started doing this a year ago, it's just shy of a year, right around a year, that I started doing it more full time, if you want to consider it full time, whatever. Um, being more consistent in it. Whenever the first time I did it, I was kind of nervous, you know, but now I just don't think about it. And so it's just doing it, and if you keep doing it, you'll know what I mean, I think, you know. So I don't do tutorials really. I mean, I have a few things that I put up to just kind of show how I've maybe made something or whatever, but I have not put up a tutorial per se at all. Um, I started out doing shorts for a long time before I started doing anything else, and that was a lot of fun with my dogs. I have been on about 45 minutes, Danae. I got on late tonight. We only have one time zone here, thank goodness. Oh, you do? Okay, well, yeah, that makes it nice. It sounds scary to accidentally send a message too early. Oh, okay. My mom used to confuse knit and crochet because I used to knit when I was little. Yeah, I just saw you live, but I'll sub now and look at your videos. Oh, well, thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. And yes, thank you so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, and just make sure the notification bells hit so then you can join us again in the future too. So, and yeah, I'll hop on over to yours and check you out and watch some of your stuff. And I want to support fellow crocheters. So, but it's scary to be dedicated to that one person for years on end and then till death do us part. Well, anything is scary. Anything is scary, Goofy, when it comes to any kind of commitment, you know. There's some fear a little bit, but you just, you know, I mean, but once you're with that person, you know, I mean, there's some people that grow together even stronger and the fear just goes away and you don't think about it and your relationship grows stronger. And sometimes people grow apart though, you know. Um, and if you have one person that's sick and the other's not, and one has to take on a caregiver role or things like that, you know, that's hard. That is hard, and that does take dedication. And, you know, I think being women though, if the other, especially if it's a reversal of like the man is having the issue or whatever, and it's a woman being the caretaker, you know, us as women, even if we have children or not, we are caregivers. We really are. We have that instinct to care for people and people around us, and that's one of the things that the Lord has given us, has gifted us as women. Some people are more nurturing than others, yes, but I think it just, you know, whenever you see them as, this is what I've had to do, see them as the Lord's child, just as I am a child of God, a child of the Lord, you know, and knowing that He has cared for me and put me where I need to be, then I need to try to look at it the same way for whoever's in my life that maybe I'm taking care of or associated with that way, and with my children and things like that, you know. And it does make it easier, but not everybody's the same on that, you know. It's really pretty, small population. It's winter here at the moment. Oh, winter, yeah. I wondered if it would be. I like to make new yarn friends. Yes, me too, Trish. Me too. In the beginning, I thought crocheting was so hard, but when Aunt taught me, everything was so easy. Yeah, it just kind of happens, Mango. You know, once you do it more and more, it gets easier and easier, and then you just, yeah. And some people pick it up really quick. My real name is Chosen for future reference. Yes. Yes, that's why I keep calling him Chosen. Bird Mango. Thank you. It's a son, Connor. O'Connor. make a few shorts, but not many. Today I made a short of my village at the beach area. Oh, fun. Well, thank you, Mango, for the subscribe. How do the 4 seasons work there? Every 3 months or so, the seasons change in the U.S. And I see bad marriage relationships all my life, basically a generation curse, which makes me fear marriage. Just start praying over that, Goofy. You can be the change. You could be the ending of that, you know? You could be where that stops, you know? So just start praying over that. And I totally understand what you're saying, you know, because I didn't come from a family that had really any issues. There was no abuse, there was no alcoholism, there was no anything. You know, we were, I mean, typical all-American family, you know, we really were. My grandparents, you know, all of us were super close. You know, yes, my mom and dad were very young when they had us, so they grew up with us, honestly, and they had their ups and downs, but they're still, I mean, there's, you know, they're still together, and oh my gosh, there's sometimes it's just like, oh, please, can you, you know, but that kind of stuff kind of makes me uncomfortable. I'm not a romantic. I'm not an over gusher person or anything like that. You don't have to wine and dine and give me cards and flowers 24/7. I'm just not that way. I am all about like acts of service and doing things and being together and making memories and moments and things like that. But, you know, all that said, we were just the typical family. But I ended up in, you know, with my first relationship in a very abusive relationship. Alcohol, drugs, abuse, everything. But I can say I don't regret it whatsoever, because to me it made me stronger for later. And I remember praying over that for future for my kids. You know, if they ended up in a relationship like that, if they had questions about things, whatever, I remember praying, Lord, don't let me forget. You know, even though there were some rough things to remember, and yes, I ended up in therapy and everything, but I worked on myself and got stronger and got through it, and knew that it would serve a purpose one day and that I could help other people. And it's even served a purpose for me now, because I am not in an abusive situation at all, but I'm very much dealing with some other things. And, you know, it's okay, because it's given me skills and it's given me a way to even teach my kids as they have gotten older, that people can even more so get through things. And yes, there's going to be fear sometimes, and there's going to be hard decisions that you're going to have to make, but very much praying over every single thing that you're doing, because, you know, for me, that is what has helped me, you know. And I know I've kind of jumped all over the place, but you know, the world is scary, and I try to stay out of too much worldly, and I try to stay kind of in my secure place, because I was very much of the world before. And I know I don't really want to do that anymore, because that's when you get sucked in, when you start believing the lies. And you can correct some of those lies, you know. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, you can change things. You do have the power to do that, you know, within yourself. So every 4 months on the first day. Winter is 1st of June. Summer is the 1st of December. Oh, wow. Spring is 1st of September. But hearing advice from you, I feel a little less scared. Well, hopefully, Goofy, I hope I made sense, because my brain jumps around. One marriage was enough for me. Yes, and right now one is enough for me. Goofy, I'll tell you the same thing I tell my kids. Always work to be better than your parents. You know what didn't work or what you didn't like. And that is true too. And that's what I'm glad you said that, Lenora, because there has been times where I have told the kids, if you don't like it, change it. We can do that. We have the power to even change our minds. And the Lord has even said He can, a renewing of the mind, and I know that can happen. It happened for me. I mean, because had so much PTSD, I had ADD going on, you know, I drank a lot at one point in time. I never, I didn't get into the drug scene or anything, but I was trying to calm my mind and I was trying to find other things to keep me. And it's just like, no, all those things were empty. And once I started seeking the Lord, getting myself right with that, I'm just saying it, this is what worked for me, and doing that and seeking out therapy, not being afraid to talk about things. I'm not afraid to talk about any of my stuff. And I really do believe that I went through certain things to help other people. And I wasn't comfortable with that for a long time. It was like, no, if people know things about me, they're not going to want to be around me. They're not going to have anything to do with me. And it was like, no, I'm not going to be that way, because I could help somebody change those thoughts and that pattern and that negativity and change those lies, change them to their truth about how strong they are and how they fought and came back and that they can do all things and they have a voice, and be positive about that, because even helping my older son getting through his alcoholism, I mean, he's been sober for over 2 years now and still growing strong, doesn't want to go back, nothing, but he learned that from watching me and listening and doing what he needed to do, changing his story, you know, going back to the things that I tried to teach him early on in different segments of time. So it's always about, you know, working towards getting yourself better. You can always do better. I say that, but it's like you can always develop and have a better version of yourself, putting forth, because anybody that gets up every day and puts one foot forward, that's another day that you can be better, than the last. So still alive, Mango. I'm lurking in the kitchen but listening. Okay, Trish. Yes, our seasons are opposite to you because we are down by Antarctica and Southern Hemisphere. Yes, unfortunately, I don't live in a household full of butterflies and rainbows. Well, most people aren't. Most people aren't, Goofy. Even whenever I was saying we were a typical family, we were not rainbows and butterflies. But it does give me power to move on and be better. You are right. Yeah, because every family's going to have ups and downs, and tragedies and sadness, and different things happen and whatever. I mean, we were not a perfect family, but we were close, and there were struggles, but but it also made me stronger even in that phase of my life, to where I moved on and I was in that abusive situation. you know, I got myself in it. I needed to get myself out of it, but I also had to be careful doing it. And I was young. I was in my early 20s then. Late teens, early 20s. And that was kind of a scary time. And I am, again, it served its purpose in my journey. It really has. Because I used to be very quiet. I didn't want to talk about anything. I didn't, I was very backwards and shy. And that made me even worse. It made me sink into myself even more. It's like, no, 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 no. No, we're not doing that. And I have a voice now and I don't shut up. There's times that I need to shut up. But I try to slow that down sometimes. I try to not, you know, overspeak. And it's very hard for me to not do that sometimes. The more I wonder if you guys have big crochet channels. The more I wonder, the more I wonder if you guys have big crochet channels. I don't have a big crochet channel. And I'm okay. I have my small group. I have my little community here, and I'm good. Josiah, I live in a household where my older siblings do a lot of drugs, and that has a lot of effect on my parents. But them doing that has shown me that I don't want to end up like that. Yes. And you know what, Josiah, that is exactly, as an adult, even, I am even growing up in that of being okay. I know that's where and who I do not want to be as I get older. There's been different stages, different segments of my life that I have encountered people that I have taken note of that as well. And with the abusive situation that I was in, it was like I was around that stuff, but I knew that's not where I wanted to be. And I already knew I needed to get out of that situation. And so I definitely knew, no, I need to get out of this, be better than what I am, because I was not in this before. This was not my life. I just happened to end up with a person that I thought I could trust that ended up getting themselves in a situation, and they chose to stay in that situation, and it ultimately took them. And I was out of their life by that moment, by that time. And, that's scary too, Some are true to their purpose, they are but shells, flesh and mind. One man lost his own body, but lingered on as a head. Others chased the charms of love, however elusive. Hello, Caitlin. How are you? I can't stay for long, just to let you know. That's fine, Caitlin. I'm glad to see you. I'm happy that crocheting exists because it helps me with stress. Yes, Mango, it helps a lot with that. I love your message. I'm so glad I saw you live. Thank you, Trish. Yeah, it definitely helps with anxiety, stress, panic attacks. I used to have all of that stuff for years, and thank the Lord I no longer do. I mean, yeah, we still have some anxiety that tries to pop up every now and then. It's, just that types of stuff I think is fine. Everybody's going to have that, but it's just not excessive. I have to go as well. Good morrow, folks. Chosen the human earth man, dude, guy, person. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, you have a good night, Chosen. Thanks for hopping on, and thanks for hanging out with us. You have a good night. Agree, Mango. Crochet is my mind space. It's where I can be me. Yes. I have to go. Good night. Well, thank you, Josiah, for joining us tonight. You have a good night. Take care. I hope to see you again. Hey, Nifty. How are you? I'm so glad to see you. Doing great. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. I disconnected myself there for a minute. I'm doing great. How are you doing, by the way? I have exciting news. Oh, I'm doing great. And what's your exciting news, Caitlin? Oh my gosh, I about choked up my own saliva. I had a good, heartfelt chat with you, Johnna, and everyone here. I'm glad to be here, and it felt like I was chosen to be in this live. Oh, Goofy. Well, I am glad you found us, and I'm glad that you enjoy being a part of the community and the family. I love every single one of you. I really do. And I know people just kind of throw that around sometimes, but I'm serious when I say that. Don't leave. It's only been an hour. How are you? Show me your project. Oh, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. See you later, Johnna, and everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite or Fat Freddy bite. Oh, that's good. That's good, Goofy. Thank you. Thank you very much, Goofy. And yes, I hope I helped a little, And it is. Life is just, we're in this big world together. So that's all we can do is help support one another and listen to each other and be a sounding board for each other. So you have a good night too, Goofy. I think I'm doing the wrong patterns because I don't seem to get all the serenity you guys do from crochet. Oh no. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Lenora. I mean, are you finding joy in what you're doing? I mean, I don't know. Especially if I think it's whenever I do the amigurumi type stuff and the plushies and things, I do have to think a little bit more. So I feel like I do need to take a little bit of a break from the plushies and go to things like this for a while. And that's what I have been doing. I mean, I've been working on a few on the side here and there, but oh gosh. But I do have to switch and do like my wearables and stuff on occasion. But anyway, I am doing the not corner to corner, gee whiz. This is not corner to corner. The mile a minute. The mile a minute strips, you know, from back in the 90s. I mean, people probably still do them. I'm sure they do somewhere, but I have not done it since the 90s. So I thought, you know what? I want to make one. So I started making them. So here's the second panel. And this is my third panel. So I'm just kind of doing some fall colors, taking colors out of this, and just, yeah. But we've been talking too, so. My exciting news is I have a market coming up in a couple of weeks, but I am so excited for this market because it's a fall one and I love crochet fall items. Yes! And that's what I'm looking forward to, Caitlin. Because, yeah, I really do enjoy the fall. I really do. So I've been kind of looking through my patterns and stuff and kind of looking up some different things, and I have some things in my brain. So I'm getting excited too. So yes, that is very exciting. Oh, Trish. Yeah. Yes. That's good. God must have brought me here. Hey, he has his hand in everything, so. Lenora, you must try the open oyster stitch. I am making a scarf with it right now. I've never heard of that. Unless that's just a different name for something else. I don't know. Crochet is life to me. Yeah. Yeah, Mango, I do it every day. Yeah, if I didn't have it to do every day, or at least the option to do it every day, you know, there are some days that I put it down that I do take a rest, but what do you use them for? Who are you asking, Danae, what do you use them for? Unless I missed something. I may have missed something. I've never done a mile a minute. How long does it really take? I have to get up for the scissors. Oh, oh gosh. Hate when they go missing, changing color, right? The mile a minute, I am making mine 60 inches long. So it's taken me a little over, about an hour and 15 minutes per panel. So one time I tried to crochet a cardigan. You do not want to know what happened. Oh no. Oh no, Mango. Please share. What did happen? I started making stuff today. Do you want to know what I'm crocheting for it? Yes! Please share what you're crocheting for your fall. I want to know what you're making now. Oh, it's a blanket. It's a mile a minute. You do these, and then I'll put a border around each one, and then you put them together, and it makes a blanket. And it usually, I mean, and I'm using the Bernat, so it isn't going to take me as long as if I was using just 4-weight acrylic. Even if I was doing 4-weight acrylic, it'd go pretty fast. Hi, I can't stay, but I wanted to stop by and say hello. Have a great night, Johnna, and chat. Oh, thank you, Emma, and thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. I put my crochet into a local shop to sell, but lately my things have been stolen from the shop. Oh no, Trish. That's not good. The open oyster stitch is all double crochet, but the results look like something much more complicated. It's a one row repeat. Okay. Gotcha. Show Danae, my great granny square. She'll be so. Oh, yes, she will be proud of you, Lenora. She will be so proud of you. Here is Lenora's granny square that she spent hours on. I think it's really pretty. It looks really nice. I love the colors. So yeah, I think she done good. She's ahead of me now, Danae. Sometimes I feel crazy because I freehand literally everything. There's a lot of things I freehand, Mango, as far as all the others. And the amigurumi stuff, though, there's a few things that I've not freehanded, but I've adjusted over the course of maybe a couple patterns to put something together. But I don't usually freehand my plushies or my amigurumi stuff. But my wearables, blankets, things like that, a lot of times I will freehand on that stuff. Oh my eye. I feel like I have something in it. I'm crocheting pumpkin coasters. Oh, cool. Those would be super cute. And apple coasters. Oh, cute, cute. They're my pattern. Then I'm making granny square bags, dish rags, pot holders, and maybe pumpkin plushies. Oh, that is all good stuff. That is all really good stuff, Caitlin. Danae, she and I are making the granny square like duster coat thing. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for Lenora, I guess. Yeah. Yes, she done a really good job. Like all day. She was trying to keep up with me, thinking I was gonna work, because I said I wasn't gonna work on it unless I was on here. So, but I told her, I said, see, now you're ahead of me, so you have plenty of time. And I don't even know where I put my panel now, because I have not worked on my panel any more than what I worked on it the other night. It reminds me of a blanket I had when I was little. Aw. Thanks, Caitlin. That's quite a list you have. Very impressive. Yes. HK Designer. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the live. Yeah, it's evening time here for us. Well, for me. Not everyone is in the U.S. Okay, Mango, thanks for joining us tonight and hanging out for a little bit. When she starts working on it, I'm going to be way behind. Don't let her fool you. We've all seen her crochet. Hey, it's not that bad. Bye. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Okay, Mango. Yes. Look forward to seeing you again. Yeah, just make sure you have the notification bell turned on so then whenever I'm on, you can catch me. You have a good night and take care. Hello. Hello, Maria. How are you? I'm doing great. I am crocheting a panel for my mile a minute blanket. One of the panels that I've gotten almost done with. I've already done 2 colors. This is one. This is one. So I've got 2 panels completed. This will be the 3rd. I'm doing 55 rows on each panel. I'm making it more the size length for like a throw. So, well, thank you. I wanted to get all the panels done first and then do the edging on them and then I'll sew them together. You and Lenora should do more lives together. I love when you do them together. Well, Caitlin, we still can't because for some reason YouTube is not letting me. That's why we haven't been. We've tried several times. We tried again the other night on Sunday and we couldn't do it. And I haven't figured it out. I don't know. I even looked on my computer to see, on my laptop because you can see more, of course, when you're on a computer. And I've went through it and everything still. No clue. Don't have a clue. So, but on it, whenever I go live, it doesn't even give me an option. So I do have software that I can do it with. But to do that, then other people have to download that software. And I don't want people to have to do that because, I'm not even always comfortable with doing that. So anyway, until they figure out the problem, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. So, because 1 minute it was working, and then one night all of a sudden it wasn't. So, okay, Trish, you are welcome to lurk. You're welcome to lurk. And I've even put, the question out on message boards, haven't heard a reply of any kind. I had some other questions about some stuff too. Nothing. So if you ever have a trouble with your AdSense or anything, I'm just going to warn you right now, you can't talk to a human being and you're left to your own devices and AI. So, been in the kitchen, but now you're knitting. Oh, cool. How many things have you ever crocheted? Oh, Maria, I have no hundreds, if not thousands. Hey, Addie, how are you? Oh, you love knitting? Nice. I don't do a lot of knitting. I know how to knit, but. And yes, knitting is awesome. It is awesome. I just prefer crochet. I guess because I learned, that's how I learned was crochet, you know. And then I self-taught knitting. So, but yeah, I wish that I would have kept count kind of, to see how many things I've made, but no, hundreds, thousands, I don't, a lot, a lot. Because I've been crocheting for just shy of 50 years. So that's a lot of stuff. Good, Addie. Oh, love riding horses. Yes, yes. Once upon a time, I rode horses, not no more. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. I am working on a mile a minute after blanket, the panels to it. This is my third panel, so I already have these two colors done. So I'm making more on the fall side, so. You have been learning how to crochet. And you're making a penguin. Oh, nice. Cute. Penguins are adorable. Thank you, Addie. Oh, sorry. Okay, I need to count how many rows real quick. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, I got 10 rows to go. I like the knitted dishcloths with the pictures on them. I made one once. Part of the picture was on one side and the other part on the other side. Oh, wow, weren't you fancy? And yes, I do like the knitted. They are cute. I never did anything too intricate with knitting. It is almost 11:30 at night. It was supposed to be all on the same. Oh, I thought, well, you were just getting fancy. But okay, I understand now. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired and I have so much market prep crocheting to do tomorrow. I had such a great time with you, Johnna. Oh, well, thank you, Caitlin. And thanks for popping in. And that is exciting. I am so happy for you that you have that to look forward to. And fall is my favorite time of year. So I get excited for fall. So that is exciting. So, yes, we will catch you again later. Thanks for popping in and hanging out for a while. Take care, and we will talk again soon. Hello, Maddie. Oh, I was telling Caitlin good night. I'm not leaving. Not leaving yet. Of course, I don't mind joining y'all or like my second family. Yes, I do. I do. I enjoy our little family here very much. Oh, no, Maddie. You just came in. You didn't know. You didn't know. Yes, I have crocheted several, Maria. I crochet about anything, about everything. I mean, almost. I had a health scare at school yesterday. Oh my, Maddie. You passed out. That's kind of scary. I hope you're okay. Hope everything's fine. Oh, yeah. Did you go and get checked out? I'm okay now. Slight headache. Well, you want to be careful with that. Okay, good. Good, Maddie. You are so fast at crochet. I just crochet. I don't think about it. I know I tend to crochet fast, but it's just how I crochet. I'm not even trying to do it honestly. But it also depends on what I'm crocheting because there's sometimes for some things I'm crocheting it takes me longer. It just depends on what I'm doing. You did fall out of your chair. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I guess if you're in a chair. Oh, that's my point too. Hey, I am using the same color and style of hook as you right now. Is that a 6.5 millimeter hook? No, it is an N hook. It's like a 12. So it's like a 12, 13, something like that. What is an N? It'll be backwards probably. Yeah, it's an N. It's like a 12, 13 millimeter. Because I think the L hook is what this recommended, and that's a 10, I think. A 10 or an 11. I never remember, and half of mine don't even have the millimeters on them. It's just the letters because my hooks are old. I've had them for a million years. I do have some new ones, and they do have the millimeter on them, but so I usually have to Google it too. Oh shoot, did I put another one in there? Yes, it said 10. That must be so nice to work with. What type of yarn is that? It's the Bernat baby blanket. Well, it says on here, oh no, you're right, yeah. Because I was going off of what it said on this for the other, but yes, up above it says 8 millimeter is the L. So yes, you guys are right, yeah. So it is 10. And I couldn't remember for the life of me, but yeah. I'm going back and forth in my brain. Oh boy. Because I was trying to remember what even the J and K were. I would have just been fine for them to keep it the letter and not ever do the millimeter. I would have been just fine with that. And even the numbers on the tiny steel hooks, the tiny steel ones, it does have the millimeter on them too now, but I mean, I'm used to just having the number. And I'm like, oh boy, why did you have to go put the millimeter on them? Throws me all off. I agree, except the other way around. I'd rather toss the letters and keep the millimeters, yeah. Yes, to each their own, right? But I think it's just because I grew up with them being letters. There was never millimeters on there. It was always letters. That's how I grew up, back in the day they didn't have millimeters on there, so that's why, for me. So most of my hooks just have the letter on them. They don't have the number, except for my newer ones that I've got, the wooden handle ones that I got from Hobby Lobby that I like. Um, they have both, but the rest of them just have letters. I am happy though that they do keep it on the bands of the yarn, both the millimeter and the letter, because then it's like, okay, I can figure that out easier. I'm crocheting right now. What are you working on right now, Maria? If you mentioned it, I may have missed it. What's your project right now you're working on? I will probably be on a little bit earlier tomorrow. We have the rodeo, I think, at our fair, so I'm probably going to go to that. So I will probably be on earlier in the day tomorrow. Just keep your notification bells on. Make sure you're subscribed. So yeah, I'll be on earlier tomorrow because I think the show starts at like 6 and I won't be home until probably 10 or after, and then I'm probably not going to want to get on. So bye for now, Scrollin. Have a great day at work and stay safe, and we will talk to you again later. Oh yes, the penguin. But I didn't know for sure if that's what you were working on right now or not. But yeah, super cute. I do. I think the penguins are super cute. I don't know, Maria. I don't know exactly when I'll end it. Just kind of wing it. Sometimes I stay on for about 2 hours, sometimes 3. I've been on way longer than that though too, so it just depends. I wanted to at least get this panel finished. Oh, thank you, scrolling. Bye-bye. The penguin is the first thing that you have ever crocheted before? Okay. Okay, I need to count my stitches again because then I get to going and talking and then I don't know how many, so I may have went over now. 1, 2. I got exactly 55. It's a good thing I stopped. It's like, I better check. Okay, so panel number 3 is done. Don't have my winder out or I'd wind this. Bye, I have to go to bed now. I love your life. Bye. Well, good night, Maria. Hope to see you again. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. You take care. It was nice meeting you. And oh, yes, I knew you'd be so disappointed, Lenora. I almost didn't even want to say it because I knew you'd be so sad. gosh. Okay, let's see what other color. Maybe I'm gonna try that one. Oh, I wish the center pulls were better on this. They make me crazy. And cheat me out of a good chuckle. Oh gosh. Well, I'm sure I'll have more in the future to do. For future entertainment. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, where am I at? Okay. I really like this rusty kind of color. It's really pretty. I lost the band off of it. Oh, there we go. I found it. Yay. Oh, goodness. I did find a basket to put the yarn in for the granny squares. I just knew if I didn't, I would never remember what ones I was using. Right, and that's why I did what I did. This is my hamper back here. I just grabbed a hamper and filled it up. I filled it completely up. Because it's like I wanted to get bits of ones that I thought possible, and then I might change my mind. But just as long as I have it up here, then I know, you know. And then I still do have, like I said, I have some of my scrappy cakes up here too. If I think that I want to try to use any of them, I don't know if I will or not, but I have a little bit left on some of those. Hello? Thank you for your sub. Appreciate it. I did go through my scraps, but only a few of them are big enough to do the squares. Yeah. Yeah, and that's just it. Some of my scrap I don't have enough of either anymore because I've used up so much of them, you know. In my scrappy cakes. Oh, I'm gonna have to add one more chain. Well, welcome from India. Hello, Patricia. 10:22 a.m. Oh wow. Yeah, it's 11:55 Central Time for me. About to go to bed. Yeah. I just remembered I started a project this morning, got 2 rounds done on it, and then the day went crazy. Oh. Just woke up here in India. Oh, wow. Okay, now what did I do? Okay. Atlanta, I have no idea where it is. I can't find it. Well, I can't find that panel. I don't know where it's at. I'm sure I'll come across it. shoved in a bag somewhere. I'm sure I put it in the closet. Pretty sure I had to have. It's the only other place that I would have. Okay. Well, I'm glad you found it. Okay. It always starts out wonky, but then it turns out fine, so I'm just not going to mess with it. Oh my goodness. Starting on. About that time. Put that in the wrong place. You know, in India, they have banned all the street dogs yesterday. No, I did not know that. Hey, Johnna, what you're working on today? Hey, Megan, I am working on, okay, I am confused here. Hold on. One, two, three. I am working on a mile a minute blanket throw. And I've got 3 of the panels done, the 3 different colors. And I'm working with kind of a rusty color now. Okay, I got the 1, 2, 3. And I feel like I messed something up. Well, thank you, Megan. I have several colors that I have over here, but see what we work at. And I messed up, so I have to go back. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that. Okay, I think I'm back on. Back on track. That was interesting. Well, Sam must be doing okay right now because he hasn't been back out here anymore, and it sounds like he's doing something. I can hear him on the other side of the wall. Well, I am probably going to have to head off of here for tonight. My shoulder blades are screaming at me. Okay, well, at least I've got started on the rust color. I don't know, I feel like I still messed up something down there, but I don't know. I didn't do it any different than the rest of them. And they turned out, so I don't know. Back sitting on the bus. Oh gosh. Well, I think I'm going to hop off of here for now. My neck and my back is telling me I need to take a break. So I'm going to go ahead and go for now. You've made good progress on it. Yes, I have. So I'm happy about that. So I'm going to try to find my panel. I'm not going to work anymore on anything tonight, but definitely want to try to find my panel. So anyway, yes, good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I hope everyone has a great night. Oh, and all of a sudden I have a surge of people again, but that's okay. But anyway, make sure that you are subscribed and have your notification bell on so you can check out the channel later and catch me later. I plan on being on sometime tomorrow during the day, so not for sure on the time yet. So anyway, I will catch everyone later. Everyone take care. Love you so much and appreciate every single one of you. And we will talk again soon. Bye.